Okay, Virgo. I'm channeling something about an age gap. I'm also channeling closing the gap at this time. So a few different messages coming through that. Closing the age gap. Some of you have really had a hard time maybe dating somebody that was significantly older, significantly younger than you, or maybe they feel like they're significantly older and younger. It's getting resolved. Try not to get caught up on age. It doesn't matter, Virgo. It may seem like it matters. There may be some obstacles, especially if you are a little bit younger than your partner, you want children, maybe your partner's feeling like they're a little too old for that. I'm feeling those kinds of conversations coming up. Also, there could have been certain instances where a partner maybe wasn't being as grown as you would have liked them to be. Again, getting resolved. The age gap feels like it's getting resolved. I'm also feeling channeling closing the gap, okay? And I'm feeling like any gaps, any separations, any missing pieces, they're coming together now over the course of the next 2 weeks. So this is really important to do, Virgo. Use this time in the slowdown of Mercury retrograde with the power of the 2 eclipses of July, okay? Use them to manifest very high level love here, especially for those of you who already have this partner in your life. It's not about asking for a specific outcome necessarily. If you are doing that, make sure you're also setting the intention of free will, highest good, and harm to none of all involved to keep that karma in the right place. But it's important as you're manifesting and as you're thinking of your partner, especially if you are dealing with an issue, especially pertaining to those of you where that message makes sense, the age gap or closing the gap. When you're thinking about your partner, especially first thing in the morning and especially right before you go to bed, holding your partner in light, holding yourself as a couple in light, holding the situation in light, okay? It's about healing. It's about utilizing law of attraction right now, not necessarily to manifest one specific outcome, because I do caution you, if you get caught up on a specific outcome, the timing of an outcome, you may actually block a blessing and push somebody away who is meant to be in your life. But it's about holding space for universe to manifest this in whatever way is of the highest good for all involved. But by you holding space to allow your situation to heal, to allow things to resolve, to allow pieces to come together over the next couple of weeks. Okay, Virgo, so let's get a little bit more clarity on this. Virgo in love, July 15th through the end of the month. This is very peaceful though, Virgo. Yes, okay. I think you do trust in the process. I'm getting this very peaceful energy of Virgo understanding the power that you have, okay? Not just necessarily, again, to manifest a specific outcome, but how important it is as you are manifesting to get out of your own way. It seems like if that's not something you have fully grasped in the past, that is coming full circle for you. You recognize that you do have the power to manifest, that law of attraction is a real thing. Holding your partner in love and light is so important, especially for those of you going through a challenging time right now, but also recognizing when your work is done. Hold space. So universe, I hold space for this healing. I hold space, but you do the work. You manifest the outcome, universe, that is truly of the highest good, free will, highest good, and harm to none of all involved. Step out of your way over the next 2 weeks, okay? Use that power, use that love and light, use those tools that you're really, really, really feeling. And it feels like even your own intuition, your own spiritual, I want to say spiritual healing, your ability to heal, Virgo, feels like some of your gifts are being enhanced at this time. You're not just recognizing that these gifts are very powerful. I think you know that. But again, it's about utilizing them, especially in these situations that feel very close to you, or maybe emotions could make you a little more reactive. I feel like you guys are handling this beautifully. But again, just remember to step out of your way. Don't do too much work for this to try to control anything. Trust in the process. Trust the universe, okay? Give this over to universe for the next 2 weeks. You're getting a really good result here. It's very peaceful. These next 2 weeks should feel very peaceful, very safe, I'm feeling. Conversations around love will be kinder, especially if there's been aggression. Yeah, for those of you dealing with any issues in terms of physical connection, physical chemistry, I feel like this gets resolved. I also feel like if there wasn't an issue with chemistry, it's still going to be enhanced. But this is more than just physical chemistry for sure. If you're single, this is you calling in somebody that you have serious chemistry with, that physical chemistry, that intellectual chemistry, that spiritual chemistry. There's definitely soulmate vibes right now sitting at the center of your reading. This definitely feels like a pretty dominant, really beautiful new partner showing up for you, or at least the energy of that arriving if you're single. I do think for some of you, you're going to wait until August, or you're going to have to wait until August, excuse me, to call new love all the way in. But the energy, if you really utilize what's going on out there, Mercury retrograde, allowing yourself to slow down and focus on something other than work, utilizing these eclipses and the power behind them, okay? And you make the most of this time, you definitely have the option to call somebody new in if you want that. If you're in a committed relationship, it's just really beautiful. Staying optimistic, following chemistry, okay? Staying optimistic is, again, speaking to trusting in the process, keeping love and light instead of fear around a resolution here, around your partner. If you don't know how to do that, it's literally just holding space with your eyes closed in meditation before you fall asleep, or first thing you do when you wake up, and just sending love. If you can't visualize, if you don't have a visual for that, that's okay. But feel it in your heart. Set that intention, okay? Staying optimistic, making sure how you speak about your relationship, how you think about your relationship. Keep it positive. If you're single, make sure you have healthy and happy and joyful affirmations out there if you want to call new love in at a high level, okay? But I want to talk more about this. Chemistry. So many messages come through this, but I think the main one, it's like I'm hearing the word embrace. You're in each other's arms. There's this kindness. There's peace. Some of you will feel chemistry that is so intense that you don't even need words. It's like you transcend needing to verbally communicate. You know what you're thinking. You know what you and your partner are thinking. It's like you guys, it's almost a psychic connection. It's very intuitive, but it enhances chemistry, okay? It's making you want to be closer. You can be in a big, wide open space, but you're clung together. It's beautiful energy. This isn't a negative clingy. This is all about embrace. It's very peaceful trust. If you can sit in peace with your partner without feeling like you have to fill that void of silence with words, recognizing that there is no void over the next couple of weeks, feeling that peace and trusting that peace and being comfortable, even in those quiet moments, it just heals you guys. It's those moments, that's how you're stepping out of the way. This is how you're saying, okay, universe, you do it. I trust you, you do it, okay? It's in those moments you and your partner are getting clarity about what still needs to heal. It's beautiful energy here for you guys. Okay, look, you're trusting in the process and you're getting out of your own way, but you're still putting effort in. You know what effort you have to put in, and you also know when to stand back. This isn't about smothering. This isn't about overdoing, but you do have to make some effort. But again, with this card, I'm getting the same thing. You guys may even be talking about children. It's a similar message, but I'm getting age, okay? Remember, age gap. This is like that grown-up embrace. This is the inner child embracing the inner child of the partner you love. You may be speaking about children when you get to this place, okay, of serious depth. If you have that physical chemistry, beautiful, but let's talk about this one. This depth. You're connecting to each other's inner child. Think about how deep that is. First of all, think about how healing that is, but how much love has to be there to be able to do this. Age doesn't matter. When you can do this, you transcend age. You transcend the physical world limitations that we deal with as human beings, okay? And the egos around how we label things like people's age and what that's supposed to mean and what you can and cannot do at certain ages. Someone's healing you, you're healing them as you connect to inner child, but you are healing each other, you're healing yourself. When you reach this over the next 2 weeks, especially for those of you in long-term committed relationships, you come together and it feels like it's permanent from here on out, especially if you've had separations, especially if there's been some aggressive behavior, especially if there's been some pain, okay? I don't see you in pain anymore. I don't see your partner in pain anymore. I see peace. I see inner child. I see talk around family and children. Age gets resolved. Gaps closed, gaps are bridged, okay? Especially for those of you too. I'm definitely seeing some long distance relationships, like seriously long distance. Different countries and ocean between you. You may be having talks over the next couple of weeks as to how to resolve that. You moving there, them moving to you. I don't see you being apart from your partner too much longer, Virgo. You may have to wait until August to see that fully resolve and come full circle, but talk about it. Trust in the process, okay? But this is another trust in the process card. Again, center the reading, we have chemistry. Clarify by let go of control issues. The only message I get here is that as you are manifesting, as you're working at things, as you are asking the universe for help, and you're praying to angels for a resolution and for healing, or whatever it is you're trying to manifest in your relationship, make sure you don't overdo it, because overdoing is fear. That's the only control issue that I'm feeling with you, Virgo. I don't feel anything crazy. This is just about, one, staying grounded, but also being able to let universe do a better job. Universe, angels, divine will always, always manifest a situation more magical, more divine, better than what we can do if we're trying to control every piece of it, okay? You may get in your own way. If you don't hear that advice and you do continue to sort of force something, force a resolution too quick, you're going to block it, and you may push somebody out of the picture, which is not what's supposed to happen here. But I really think some of you are having conversations around children. Stay optimistic about your relationships. If you are having conversations around children and someone's saying, I'm too old for that, I don't know, and you're like, but I need this. You know that this is what I need to do. I need this. My soul needs this family. I want this with you. I'm telling you, some of you are going to reach a really healthy conclusion here. You'll either be okay with not taking the step, but I think for most of you who are having those kinds of conversations, your partner goes, you know what? I love you. At my core, I really do want this with you. I'm going to transcend those limitations I've put on myself because of age. We're ready. Let's do this. Children here. Two children. You have a lot of conversation around children, around inner child work this month, but it's beautiful. I'm also getting a lot of innocence. Also, please trust, especially for those of you who are single, there's a resolution happening around children. If you are separated from the mother or father of your child, and there's been issues there, some bickering, I think that's where I'm getting aggression energy, and maybe a partner that has been a little too controlling. I see peace here. I see resolution. Seriously, Virgo, even with people you never thought you would ever find peace with, okay? It really happens. I really see something being healed around children over the next couple of weeks. If you're single and you're calling in a new partner, you want to make sure you have this energy out there that is of your highest good if you're calling somebody new in, but also someone who would be of the highest good to be in your children's lives. I do think as a Virgo, that's probably the number one thing you've tried to manifest, but just make sure you continue to have that energy out there, but trust it and let it go, okay? If someone's showing up over the next 2 weeks and they're not necessarily a suitable partner for children, trust that and walk away. Sometimes part of the manifestation process is universe sending people to you and sort of testing you. Hey, it's a test. This person's really beautiful, attractive. You guys have all this chemistry and this deep conversation, but something just feels off with children. They're not good with children. They don't want children. Are you going to force this? Or can you trust that someone better and more suitable for you and your kids and the whole picture can show up now? Recognize that some people showing up over the next 2 weeks, they're a test. They're testing you. Universe is saying, are you sure you really want that? You really want to manifest that? Okay. Are you ready? Because I'm going to throw you a test now, especially for those of you who are dealing with some exes coming back, which honestly happens all the time during retrogrades. Mercury retrograde is going to bring up people from the past. Trust that, but don't get lost in it, okay? I think some of you may reconcile, but it feels like it would be a reconciliation with someone who you've had a separation with over the last couple months, for sure. Entertain that. That's where make the effort comes in. Trusting in a resolution here. If it's someone from like 5 or 10 years ago who's just showing up out of the blue, honestly, even for some of you, some old friendships, just feel it out. Just feel it out. Wait until August before you decide to let somebody into your life again, because once you step out of retrograde, you might have blinders will be taken off. You're going to see things clear as day. And it's like, I don't know. I don't think we're a good fit. So be careful of people coming back if they're deep past, but be open to partners wanting to reconcile at this time that you are truly still connected to, that really are part of your life still, even if you've had some sort of a separation. There's healing. Grounding this is passion. Sorry, there's like crazy beeping in the background. I'm sure you can hear that. A lot of chemistry, a lot of passion this month, but there's a lot of embrace, okay? Run with this. Have a beautiful couple of weeks ahead. To be honest with you, I think all this chemistry is coming up and passion is coming up because you get back together with somebody and you're so grateful and there's so much love, and that separation really helps you guys get to another place in your relationship. If you're single, look at what you're calling in. Do you see what you're calling in? You're doing a really good job. For those of you consciously manifesting at this time, you're doing a great job. Look, forgiving and learning, there's healing here, bottom of the deck. If you're single, there's new love. If you're in committed relationships, it's a new chapter. You're not the only sign getting this. There's a lot of healing going on for all of the signs right now. You sort of can't escape this karmic healing process. But for you, Virgo, it's peaceful. There's love. I have to show you this last card because I think this is the main message, especially if you're in a committed relationship. Give your relationship a chance. If you're single, give love a chance. Some sort of gap is being healed. It's being resolved. There's no more separation now. Enjoy how calm and peaceful this is. Get back together with so much love. It's almost like that honeymoon stage all over again for some of you, but without the blinders of the honeymoon phase. So you get the passion of it, the chemistry, the excitement, but you actually see each other clear as day. And that's so beautiful because you're not being distracted. You're seeing all of me. I'm seeing all of you, and we're still madly in love. I feel for some of you, this is a turning moment in your career, or defining, not in your career, in your relationship. It's a defining moment. It's either going to make or break you, but I feel for the majority of you, there's so much love here. There's so much peace here. I expect you to have a very loving and very peaceful next 2 weeks ahead, even if you haven't had a peaceful last 2 weeks or month prior to this, Virgo. You get that resolution you need at this time. So hold space for that love. Hold space for that healing. Continue what you're doing. Just don't overdo it. And make sure when you have enough energy out there, hands it over to universe, okay? Trust in that process.